looked it up. I looked the proper name up for it. A paddock. The fenced area where they let horses run around outside. So anyway, coming up with the money for this was really stressing on us. Not when we purchased the horses, we were just able to do it for some reason, but how we would pay to keep our horses. I think it was more so on my friend. She was more stressed about it than I was, I think. I'm remembering in the dream that we were in my friend's kitchen and she was washing dishes or something and said, maybe I'll ask my mom for the money. She called her mom.
God bless you, Cloud9 family, and welcome back. I truly hope that you are all having a very blessed week in the Lord and are ready to experience more powerful dreams and visions for this week. And I'm so happy that you are joining me here again because we get to experience them together. And so many people from around the world are having such powerful dreams and visions of these end times. And specifically, one of them includes the rapture. So many are describing the feelings of being caught up to the air. In today's video, we are going to be exploring a rapture dream submission, and that is from our dear sister in Christ, Tracy, who has an experience that she wants to share with all of us. So without further ado, let's now take a look and see what our sister in Christ saw in her experience.
Hi, church family. My name is Tracy Aris. I want to come on here and share a dream I had last night or this morning. I've never made a rapture video or anything like this, so I did write down what I dreamt, and so I'm just going to read it, so please bear with me. I'm a little nervous, but here we go. I want to say probably about 4 or 5 a.m. this morning, upon returning to sleep, after my husband left for work this morning, I had a dream. I dreamt that me, my husband, and a close friend of mine were all at this horse farm of some sort. We were all having a great time and having fun, just talking to the people who owned the horses and touring around the property. We all loved seeing all the horses, and my friend finally said, let's do it. As in, let's purchase some horses. None of us are wealthy people or even have the means of purchasing horses, but for some reason we were all able to do it anyway. I remember that my husband and I must have purchased like anywhere from 5 to 7 horses. I do not exactly recall or remember anyway how many my friend had bought, but it must have been around the same amount as myself and my husband's amount. So anyway, we all started loading our horses into trucks. I just remember the horses walking up the boards or the planks into the trucks. It was really just a fairly easy process. When we had purchased the horses, I remember that it had just been a spur of the moment kind of thing. So we hadn't had a plan of where we would actually store or keep the horses. It was this part of the dream that was more weighing on me and my friend's mind. Not how much we were going to pay for the horses for some reason, but how we were going to afford or pay someone to build. I looked it up. I looked the proper name up for it. A paddock. The fenced area where they let horses run around outside. So anyway, coming up with the money for this was really stressing on us. Not when we purchased the horses, we were just able to do it for some reason, but how we would pay to keep our horses. I think it was more so on my friend. She was more stressed about it than I was, I think. I'm remembering in the dream that we were in my friend's kitchen and she was washing dishes or something and said, maybe I'll ask my mom for the money. She called her mom, but her mom was not able to give her the money. My friend started crying because of the clear anxiety of how or where we are going to come up with the money. it was really stressing on her. Thinking right now outside of the dream, I don't know why this part of the dream was so much more impossible and stressful and weighing of how we were going to come up with the money to keep and house our horses than actually paying and buying our horses. Because that part seemed easy. Purchasing them was easy, as if we had all the money in the world, but now we don't have any money. Anyway, we didn't seem to solve that part before I woke up. Okay, so I have no idea if this dream is relevant or biblically relevant, but I felt I needed to share it. So any thoughts about my dream would be helpful and appreciated. I did research on the internet if there was anything in the Bible about it, about dreaming about horses. So I did come up with something, so I'm just going to read what I had found. It says, if you are a person of faith, you'll want to know the biblical meaning of horses in dreams. As it happens, seeing a horse in your dream can have various interpretations when put in a religious context. For once, horses have long been symbols of war, glory, and power in the Christian religion. In many Bible passages, they are synonymous with guns and weapons that are summoned during war and put away during peace. An example would be the following verse in Deuteronomy 17, verse 16. The king, moreover, I'm going to read the Bible passage. The king, moreover, must not acquire great numbers of horses for himself, or make the people return to Egypt to get more of them. For the Lord has told you, you are not to go back that way again. This passage, God is preventing the king from suppressing the people of Egypt by not letting him acquire too many horses. In other words, he strips the king of the means of fighting a battle. So I don't know if that means anything in today's, with all the wars around the world going on, but it made me think a little bit. As in other meanings, the horse's color in your dream will affect its biblical interpretation. So it wasn't that I was dreaming about any individual colors. It was more that it was just many horses that we had purchased. For example, white and black horses symbolize death or something coming to an end. However, horses can also have positive meanings in dreams and can represent courage, generosity, grace, and resurrection. In some Bible passages, they are symbols of determination, new beginnings, and unwavering faith in God. So, anyway, that seems to be it. So, any thoughts on it would be great. But thanks for listening, and have a good day. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much, Sister Tracy, for sharing this experience with us. Wow, you got to see horses in your experience. And that led me, after seeing your experience, to do a little bit of research to find out how many times has the Bible mentioned horses? Because personally, I know that we know about the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, you know, the different horsemen that are on these horses. And then we also know in the book of Revelation, at the very end, when we come with the Lord, when he takes care of the evil that's here on earth, we come with him back on horses. But I did read as I was doing research, and it says, like I said, the Bible uses the word horse more than 140 times. Horses first appear in the Bible during Solomon's reign, and in their military use is mentioned more often during the divided kingdom of Israel and Judah. Some examples of the horses mentioned in the Bible include Zechariah's vision, Deuteronomy, Joshua, and of course, as I mentioned, the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. So it's definitely interesting because when we read about it, they're used in different circumstances. And most of the time, as we said, the two main ones that a lot of people would associate them with is at the very end, like I said, in the book of Revelation and with the four horsemen of the apocalypse. But I also believe that the horses represent the fact that war is upon us and we're seeing everything lining up so perfectly as the Bible said it would. And I do believe that the rapture is definitely going to be something that is going to even more intensify this war, because so many countries are going to be so confused as to why many people on this earth have suddenly gone missing. There's going to be different thoughts, deception, and we are getting so close as we are seeing Israel being surrounded by many countries right now. But we know that the Lord is in full control and nothing is impossible. The Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the Prince of Peace. But I truly want to thank you again so much, Sister Tracy, for wanting to share this experience with me as well as the channel family. Please type in the comments box, Jesus is coming at any moment. Please type Jesus is coming at any moment, because soon we are going to hear that shofar blast and be called up to meet the Lord in the air, as it says in 1 Thessalonians 4:16 through 18. So I personally want to thank all of you brothers and sisters for subscribing to the channel, for commenting, as well as hitting the notification bell, because that is how YouTube knows that you are enjoying this series of videos and will recommend them to more brothers and sisters in Christ here on YouTube. Also, if you have your very own experience that you would like to share with the channel and have it featured in an upcoming video, I would love to hear from you. Please send your video or audio file to cloud9blessings@gmail.com, and it can be featured in an upcoming video. So until next time, brothers and sisters, may God bless you all and have a very blessed week.